Подивись,
Єсть.
наступний де.
Last night, soldiers of the Kherson Air Defense Brigade's mobile fire group shot down 2 Shahed attack drones in the southern sector. Ukrainians have become masters at shooting down Shahed drones. Besides anti-aircraft guns and missiles, they are also using helicopters and jets against Iranian drones. In recent events, Ukraine has started shooting down these drones with newly supplied French Mirage 2000 fighter jets, which have shown excellent results against the threat. Reported as a Russian assault group surrendering in the Pokrovsk direction. The pace of the Russian army's advance in the direction of Pokrovsk-Donetsk region has slowed down. One of the reasons is the effective defensive actions of the Ukrainian forces in this area of the front. Russian side is suffering such irreparable losses that it is no longer able to advance at its previous pace. Recently, the speed of Russian forces' advance has been limited to only a few hundred meters per day, significantly less than a few weeks ago. Ukraine's 8th SSO Regiment, in cooperation with a unit of the 140th Special Purpose Center, identified an R-330ZH Jitel electronic warfare station and an MSTA-B howitzer during reconnaissance. Both were destroyed by missile strikes, with the Zitel crew eliminated on the spot. According to the video, the Ukrainian military used high-precision artillery munitions to destroy the R-330ZH, which exploded over the target. As a result of the strike, the personnel operating the Russian R-330ZH Zitel electronic warfare system were killed on the spot. The system itself is likely to have been at least heavily damaged or completely disabled. The OSINT Cyber Boroshno project discovered that this system was located near the village of Belitsa in the Kursk region. In addition, aerial reconnaissance of these 2 Special Operations Forces units discovered an invader's MSTA-B howitzer at a camouflaged firing position. After determining the coordinates, the Ukrainian Defense Forces launched a strike at this position. The cannon was probably damaged. It is unknown what happened to its crew. Cyber Boroshno's experts determined that a Russian 152mm howitzer was detected and destroyed north of the village of Spalnoye, also in the Kursk region. This is not the first time the Ukrainian Defense Forces have struck such a system. The Russian R-330 Zitel electronic warfare system is designed to automatically detect, find directions, and analyze radio emission signals in the operating frequency range. It is stated that the system created radio interference to subscriber terminals of Inmarsat and Iridium satellite communication systems, as well as the equipment of consumers of the Navstar GPS satellite navigation system, base stations, and cellular radio communication terminal devices. Russian soldier shows how he bravely evacuates civilians in the Donetsk sector, commenting that the enemy saw them and did not open fire. At the same time, Russian troops are firing at any evacuation on the Ukrainian side.
Противник нас уже видел, дает пройти пока. Значит, осталось в нем что-то человеческое. Как бы уже давно забобрили бы, наверное.
2 modern radar systems were destroyed on the outskirts of Moscow, reports Defense Intelligence of Ukraine. A successful operation by Ukrainian intelligence services destroyed 2 Valdai radar systems in Dolgoprudny, 18 kilometers from Moscow, on the night of February 7th. An explosion took out the systems, which were among the first Valdai to be introduced into service of the Russian military. They were used in the air defense of Moscow against drone attacks. At Ramstein, NATO Military Committee Chair Giuseppe Cavo-Dragone was asked about Kiev's missile attack and air defense deliveries. He assured, "We are doing everything possible, but we need to do a bit more and a bit faster."
Yeah, President Zelensky personally told me what the need to increase the air defense and other critical need for the defense. I can guarantee that NATO, all the countries are really doing their best, and what I will tell them that we need to do a little bit more than their best and a little bit faster.
Thank you, gentlemen.
If Putin attacks NATO, the response will be devastating. He will lose, says NATO Chief Rutte. He shouldn't even think about it. We know how strong NATO's defense capabilities are, he emphasized.
Let me not comment on every thing coming out of the intelligence community, which I take very seriously, and in this case what comes out of the Danish intelligence community. But it is, of course, we have to take note of this. But let me bring it back to what I said before, and that is that at the moment, if Putin would attack NATO, the reaction will be devastating. He will lose. So let him not try it. And he knows this. The deterrence and defense is very strong. What we have to make sure of is that 4 or 5 years from now, given his speed of ramping up his defense industry production and all the other stuff, but also look at what China is doing in having 1,000 nuclear warheads by 2030.
Ukraine is discussing with Belgium the localization of F-16 fighter jet maintenance within the country. Rustem Umerov, Minister of Defense of Ukraine, announced this. He met with his Belgian counterpart Theo Franken and congratulated him on his appointment. During the meeting, the parties discussed strengthening the Ukrainian Air Force. In particular, they discussed the F-16 program and its further implementation. They also discussed the possibility of localizing the maintenance of these fighter jets in Ukraine and training Ukrainian pilots and technicians. As part of its military assistance, Belgium will transfer 30 of its F-16 fighter jets to Ukraine by 2028. In addition, the ministers focused on strengthening Ukraine's air defense, particularly the supply and localization of air defense systems. The parties also discussed new joint defense projects and their financing. In early November last year, Herman Smetanin, Ukraine's Minister for Strategic Industries, announced that the Belgian company Thales Belgium would help Ukraine organize the joint production of 70mm FZ-275 LGR missiles, which will be designed to counter Russian drones. These missiles will be equipped with the new FZ-123 warhead, which is specially designed to effectively counter drones. The warhead consists of an explosive charge and several thousand steel balls. According to Smetanin, this cooperation may expand in the future to include the transfer of relevant technologies to Ukraine for the independent production of FZ-275 LGR missiles. Thanks to its unified 70mm caliber, this missile will be able to be used with Vampire systems, which the Ukrainian armed forces use to intercept enemy drones.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you want to support Warthog Defense, please become our member and get early access to new videos, exclusive members-only videos, and become administrator in comment section. The membership link is in the description.
Every day. We had a guy last week, it's 6 rescues in 6 days. You know, he's doing the job every day.